Hi, my name is Alex and welcome back to Being Gay. This is one of many playlists in my channel, and on this playlist I talk about everything relating to being gay. And today we're talking about my first gay boyfriend. Before we do that, I want to say a big welcome to everyone to 2020. Yay! 2019 Christmas was my very first official Christmas, and I'm glad I got to spend it and experience it with my boyfriend and my kids. We had so much fun decorating the place for Christmas. The kids had so much fun putting up the Christmas tree. You can go check that video later on. But it made me remember when it was just me here waiting and hoping for my then boyfriend to move in. He was my first gay boyfriend, and today I just wanted to share that experience with you guys. Just after my relationship with my ex-wife ended, I started speaking with this guy on Instagram. Yes, we met on Instagram. One fateful day, I noticed someone going through my Instagram, liking all my posts, and I was a bit curious, so I went to check him out. He was a cute guy from Ghana, and I was interested in finding out why this cute guy is suddenly all over my Instagram. So I slided right into his DMs. He was so excited about me sending him a DM. It was so cute, and it just went from there. We started talking, and yeah, that is how we started. It was very obvious right from the start that there was something more to it. So I asked him about his sexuality, and he told me that he was open-minded. Africa is a very dangerous place for gays. Most gays there are not out. So for him to tell me he was open-minded, I kind of figured that he fancied me. I fancied him too at that moment, so we just carried on from there. I won't show his picture just to protect his identity, but he was a fine young man. After a few weeks of chatting, I told him about myself. I told him I had 2 kids. He was totally fine with it and even showed personal interest in my kids. From Instagram, we moved on to Facebook, then we moved on to WhatsApp, then Skype. Every social media app you could think of, we were there. Having someone to speak to at that point in time in my life, when I was restarting my life all over again, was amazing and made so much difference to me, and I'll never forget him for that. Like most gay relationships, we were in a long distance relationship, but we were determined to make it work. We spent hours and hours on the phone talking to each other. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. Sex wasn't an issue because we did what we could via video calls. Thank goodness for Skype. We dated for almost a year and a half and only met over a long weekend when I went to Nigeria. When we finally met, it felt like we've known each other for years. It was so amazing. The weekend was one of my best weekends I've ever had in Africa. We had a lot to catch up on, and we made sure we did everything that we're missing. We went on a date, we went shopping, we just spent the whole evening together, just the 2 of us, and it was amazing. I was staying in Nigeria for a bit longer, so I had to drop him off at the airport for him to catch a flight back to Ghana, and we were both in tears. It was such a sad moment to let him go again after, just a weekend. As soon as I got back to the UK, we started planning seriously for him to move over to the UK. Everything we did failed. We even planned marriage and everything. I was willing to do anything and everything to get him over to the UK, but everything failed. At that time, I was a full-time model and had a company. My modeling career wasn't doing very well. My company wasn't doing very well. I was trying to get this guy over to the UK and that wasn't going well. I was in a mess. I was depressed, I was sad, and I kind of allowed that to affect our relationship. I stopped texting as often as I used to. He got a new job, which meant that he had to move in with his sister because it was closer to his place of work. But that affected our relationship as well because we didn't have that much privacy for our video calls that we usually do every night. So gradually, we started drifting apart and our relationship kind of took a break or ended at that point. I was bored, I was lonely, so I started downloading different gay apps. I wish I had better control of my depression, of my frustration, because it really affected our relationship, and that was one thing I will always regret. After a few months, we managed to get back together again after I, made contact, apologized, and told him that I still care about him and I really want to be with him, and we should try again to get him over to the UK. Did it work? No. Everything we did again failed, nothing worked, and it was so stressful, and it was so bad that it didn't work out, because he is a very nice guy and I really wanted him to come over to the UK. I lost every hope of getting him over to the UK, which then affected our relationship as well. After a few months, we didn't have that constant contact as we used to, and I kind of told him that it was over and that I've started seeing someone else. That is when I started going on dates again and met my boyfriend. He was so upset. He told me that love should be unconditional, and then he blocked me from every social media. Like right now, I have no contact with him, or have no way of contacting him at all, which is a shame, because we went from being strangers to being lovers, and now we're strangers again. I really pray and hope that one day we can be friends again, because I was a mess during that period and he was an amazing person, and I cannot fault him for anything, and I have nothing against him. So hopefully one day we'll be friends again. That is everything I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed my little story. I'll see you guys again next time.